Hello, my little munchkin, crones, and sunflowers. How are you? Well, we're back as we said we would be because we're going to do a reading on Nicki Minaj. You know, she had that thing in France. Was it France?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Let's see where
And
Amsterdam.
where is Amsterdam? Isn't it in France?
I thought it was in the UK, but
No, it's not in the UK. It could be in the Netherlands.
Amsterdam.
I keep saying France.
Yes, it is the capital of the Netherlands.
He was in the Netherlands, and look at that. She gets to travel all over the world. And anyway, so I want to know. She made it to a show. Apparently, she did it, and I want to know how everything played out for her. How is her mental? How is she doing?
Yeah.
She's. I think that she was offered another show in the United States somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So I go ahead on Nicki, and I haven't read on Nicki in a long time. So we need to know what's going on with our girl Nicki.
Yeah.
She's been quiet. She's always got a buzz somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
What is her followers called?
The Barbs.
Yeah, the Barbs. She's been quiet. She's been on the show. She's been doing it. We talk about it, but we haven't read on Nicki in a while.
Yes.
So let's read on her mental. How is Nicki mental? So this card is going to represent Nicki mental. Well, here we see Pentacles. So it seems like we got a group of people together talking about finances, like talking about money, talking about bills, maybe about a show, how they're going to maneuver it, what it's going to cost, da 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 da. But I definitely see a business move, a business emerging, or something she's doing that is going to be with other people. That is where she is. That's where she is. But that's not telling me. That's telling me where she's at. But I'll get back because Baby Crone wants to talk. Go ahead. Rushing me.
Well, firstly, I would just like to say, as I thought, I just wanted to double check. Nicki did have to cancel her tour date in Manchester following the arrest. Yeah. So they didn't even own up to the fact that, yeah, you'll make it to your next tour.
Oh my God. And I just said, are you kidding me?
No,
she didn't do the tour?
No, Nicki Minaj says sorry to fans as Manchester gig canceled after arrest.
Didn't I just say that would be a hard thing to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because she would have to be livid. And Nicki don't play.
No, she don't.
Maybe Beyonce would have scrapped it up and went on and did it. But Nicki, oh no, you humiliate me once. And this is what I'm saying. This is like a collaboration or something where she's talking about money, business, her group. I just said it.
Yes,
and I was no wonder you was trying to get in there to say it. Yeah. Thank you, baby Crone. The cards.
The card sure did. And that goes in hand with this tower showing a symbol. Well, first off, a tower can be isolated, but a tower can also represent an organization. So maybe she's taking some time out to regroup with her managers or whoever to talk about what's the next steps to take after.
So do you think she's giving their money back and all that? We don't know. We don't know. That's just questions that I'm asking because I'm finding this out. Like I said, Baby Crone, don't tell me nothing. I only know she's a Virgo.
Let me see.
I forgot her sign. I haven't read on a while, but I want to know her sign. And
right, a Sagittarius.
How would I forget? She's a Sagittarius, and her husband is a.
Okay, let's see if he's
just in case he show up in the reading somewhere, because they said when this happened, she was alone.
Yes. He's an Aries.
And apparently, I heard this also, that she did have marijuana. Mm-hmm. Was it marijuana?
Yes.
She had marijuana. It was a lot, but it was just above or just at the level where you could say, okay, you're over. You're looking like if she would have went over, it looked like you're. I don't know.
Right, it looked like you're
trafficking drugs. Thank you, baby. I didn't know if that was the word. That's what I know. But it wasn't that amount. Right. It was enough, but it didn't succeed, or it was just under or over the amount. It was either way where they couldn't keep her according to their laws. She did not go and it was enough that, okay, let me go another way.
So it wasn't a questionable amount. It was just enough to like get a side eye, but we can't really arrest.
It's just like if somebody have a card, right? They have in the United States. And let's say, I don't know how they work, but let's say I say you can go and get $1,000 worth of stuff. Okay, you go, but you get over because they had a sale.
Right.
You get over the amount, but you still they kept you within the guidelines. You're a little over. So you got a lot for your $1,000, but you did it all at one time during the sale. So you get caught. You driving down the street, they catch you and they like, you have, I think it was something like that. Did I explain it better?
Yes, you did.
Thank you. I just really wanted to clean it up because they let her go. And like I said, I felt that. And that's why I said I'm worried about her. Not worried, but I'm concerned because I know Nikki will be okay. But I did say, how could she? And it was said that she went and did the show and everything. So she never did the show.
No.
How could you? I would be livid. I wouldn't even want to sing. Even though it's not your fault, it's your country. I just been humiliated. So
yes.
I definitely see that there are things being worked out financially on the end of how they're going to rectify or whatever.
Yes.
Or even if she sued them, I don't think she can sue because this is in their culture. What can you do?
Yeah.
So with that being said, what would be a block? What would be a block, a hindrance, or a blessing? Right now, she's just sitting still. She's still emotional about it. She's got a lot of thoughts about it. She's emotional about this thing. She ain't over it. She's not over it. She's still sitting there thinking, like, I can't even think that happened. You just have to understand she ain't going to say what I'm saying. She's going to say the sugar word, the S. So you could imagine she's sitting there and feeling a way about it. What do you get? Oh,
yes. I can only presume that this would be Nicki Minaj herself because they say a snake represents a female.
yeah.
And you know how Nicki gets when she gets upset.
She's no wallflower, and
No.
she gonna tell you what she feel. Now she try to do it in a nice way,
she does.
but she read and she read hard, right?
Yes, she does.
So we definitely see here that she's really feeling the way. She's in her feelings and feeling you saying a little snakish, feeling a little snakish. So she like, this is what you do to me, I won't do your show, you know. So, but I definitely feel a way about it. I see here. On her heart side, she's really troubled. That thing really bothered her more than we could ever know. More than we could ever know that this thing has bothered her. It bothered her to the point where she could not even get on the stage. Even if they got her there in time, it was no way. It's like it has bothered her. Because I see here where they cleared the path, but that ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. I think all she wanted to do was just get out of that country. What do you have over there?
Yes.
She just went to her boo, huh?
Yes, went to her boo.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop doing that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, because that fits. Because at first I was wondering maybe she was like feeling. Like
I knew that she would. I knew that she would. I know. That's why I give you hints along the way.
Yes.
See, I'll be coding, guys. Okay, busted. Okay, busted. Go ahead. Do you mind?
No.
Okay.
So, who knows? She could have called in.
I'm sure.
Her boyfriend flew him in.
Her husband.
Sorry. Could have flew in her husband, be like, hey, I need some comfort.
I don't think she had time to wait for him. I think that she just wanted to get the hell out of that. I can't do this show. I am so upset. I can only imagine, because you know she's temperamental. She's a Sagittarius. And you know she flings those arrows of fire. So you know when she's hopping mad.
Oh, yes.
She's hopping mad. It ain't no coming down. She may not come down for a couple of days. It's going to take a while because I'm a Sagittarius. You're a Sagittarius. Yes. And we understand. But I'm a Cancer. And you are Taurus. So you got so we know I definitely see the Sagittarius on the outer side of me, but on the inside I'm so Cancer. She is on the outward side. Oh my God, she is so Taurus. Oh my God, she don't even seem like a Sag. I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake. You're not a Sagittarius. She's so much like a Taurus. Is scary. And one day we're going to talk about how those two signs and how they operate in our lives. But back to Nikki. So did you do that? So above her head, these are the things she's thinking about. Her family. Oh my goodness, her family wanting to get home, wanting to get to her husband, just some joy, just for some joy. She just want to get back to her love life. You know, I'm just looking at it like that's her peace from this hectic thing. She just want to get back to her baby boy and her baby man. She just want that. She just need her family at this crisis. Just glad to be home. I'm sure she's home. I just think that's what this is. She just want, at this point, it just killed everything. It was like, it just killed the vibe, you know? Yeah. What do you have?
Most definitely. I had the sun, which represents her wanting to go back to where she
wanted to get back into the States, honey, and get back to her baby boy and her husband and just leave that alone. Just leave it alone. She probably get home and say, I don't even want this, and get this stuff out my, you know, until she calms down. And to her working hand, she needed strength. It took all the strength in the world for her not to pop. To understand she was in another country. Yeah. She understood that. That's why she was filming. But as soon as she got off of that plane, we saw nothing.
Yeah, no peep.
So we don't know what happened. But she had to rely on her inner strength, on the way Nikki was feeling at that time. At that time, Nikki was oh my God, it was like rage inside. I could see those little eyes was squinting, and she just had to hold it together. And she counted on her inner strength to pull this off. So, because she understood where she was, and she knew she was in trouble. But she probably also know they can't hold me. What you have?
Yeah, that's true. I had the.
Why are you copping off of me?
None. Very strong animals here. So I guess she had to tame, you know, I guess like the mother beast in her, if you want to think about it like that.
I get it. She did too.
And she did. Maybe she like held it off like, you know, very coatly, and, you know, instead of like being fiery, because this is a very coat looking card. She decided to take it like a more receptive way, because coldness has to deal with water, and water is receptive. And not
turn into a beast on him. She was like, I don't want, she had to calm the savage beast inside. And remember, that's a bear. And if you come and attack a bear, did you see that movie, The Revenant? I knew the movie when it was called Man in the Wilderness. So The Revenant, how that bear attacked that man and mauled him, that's her. She don't play. Watch out for Nikki.
Yeah.
You know, and for her base, her feet, and what she stand on. Yeah, I think that card show, this is the night. All I see is Nikki just wanted to get out immediately. I wasn't there, but my intuition is saying she just wanted out. It was like after, it probably was scuzzy. I don't know what it was like for her in that place. I just know, I just feel her energy, and all I feel is like she felt grossed out. I just want out. I think at that moment she didn't care about money. I didn't care about business. That's why it came on where there is a meeting of money going on at the table. I think she cleared that up. She probably said, give them their money back, or she could have said, I ain't giving them nothing back because of what happened to me. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out. I just know one thing: she wanted out of that country. That's what I know. And that's what I see her. But she want no parts. I don't even know if she'll go back there again after this. If so, it's going to take some time. What do you have?
Yes. Still another sword.
Here's a sword.
Wanting to like cut off this situation, you know, just get rid of it and move on.
And they move, and they in this, and mine's is in the same direction what it was when you pick it up. So it's a cut. It's like done. She didn't care. Now, when she got home, how did she feel when she hit American soil? A burden. It was like a burden lifted off of her back. She was just relieved. Yes, it's like fire. It was like just to be home and to get that fire, that energy. Could you imagine that was a burden? She probably couldn't, that plane couldn't probably pass far enough. And again, the lovers, the friends show up. All that saying, she just wanted to go home. She wanted to get to her man, and I think her man just wanted her home. Just get there. And I'm sure him hearing this, he probably been frantic. Can you imagine? I go to another country and get arrested, you in France somewhere or the Netherlands? What will you be doing? Frantic.
Yes.
And I'm saying, no, because I'm coming back and all you want to do is get to me. I know that it was a frantic time. And the cards are showing that it was a burden and that it took a lot of restraints for her to hold herself from not giving them a piece of her mind. She felt very humiliated. What do you have?
I have like the sexy woman. So maybe I have to pull another card because I'm not sure how that relates to how she could feel being back on American
I
soil.
think I can tell you.
Okay.
It just seemed like to me that is the angry woman. That is all her sex appeal. Whatever they was looking for, it was gone. It's like it drained the life out of her. She was done. She was like down to rawness. You understand? Raw. That was, they saw a part of her raw. No candle, no candles, no lights. She became raw. I think she became indignant. And look at that card again.
Yes, you're right.
Look around the eyes.
You're right. A scorned woman.
A scorned woman.
An angry woman.
Yes. It could be a harlot woman,
yes, a
but
woman that has been naked. You know,
naked in a sense of the humiliation. So this is somebody who was scorned. It's no way. That's why I said yesterday and the day, you could look back at my stuff. Yes. How could she do? I couldn't do it. I would be too disturbed. I'm sorry, but all I want to do is get the hell out your country at this point.
Yeah. And
because it was over marijuana, which is they're known for, I guess. I don't know. But things like this make me afraid to leave the country. Yes. On another tip, changing it. How is her marriage between her and her husband? How is that going? I see a tower moment.
I see the mountain.
Overcoming
some challenges.
I see some challenges.
The family tree or health. We'll see how that fits in.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I see.
And a secret letter. Whatever it is, there's some type of secret.
What I see here, I see a tower moment. Whatever the facade or whatever it is that's in their marriage is coming down. Whatever it is. And it's like NICKI, to me, in the reading, it's like she played blind to things. It's like she act like she don't want to know things. It's like she closed. You know how sometimes you don't want to deal with it because, and this could also mean where the burden come into. It's like I want to get home to get away from that burden, but I got to come home and face another burden. However, but I definitely see a mending of something in their relationship. I definitely see that, but I think it was a tower moment or they're going through a tower moment. But I think of all the things that left them bound and left them feeling away. I definitely see the devil. And I think that devil, it doesn't mean that they're ending, just mean they're going through some trepidation, some hard time. And that devil card standing for somebody has been misrepresented or some kind of deceit or something like that, or somebody has done something they shouldn't have done or whatever. That's what I get. And I think whatever the secret is coming down.
Okay.
What do you have?
What I have is the
everything
mountain.
I say is allegedly.
Yes. I have the mountain, which symbolizes
the tower.
Right. If they can overcome these challenges.
If they got
some roadblocks.
They have roadblocks in their marriage. Yes.
And maybe they can't see like the future clearly.
But they do, but they are communicating. And she did want to get home. Go ahead.
Right. And maybe it might be hard for them to like see clearly because it's hard to see over the mountain. However, the next card that came out,
their family tree, their son. That's what probably keeps them together.
That's what keeps them bonded. You even see the rainbow, so there's like that sense of healing. And
something went down that maybe they find they have their issues. I don't know. it's Fari. That's a Fari couple.
Yes,
and I don't know what the Tower moment is. However, I'm going to lay the other cards, and I want to, when baby comes, I want to know, are they going to dissolve their marriage? Because things looks really bad. When I see that she's blinded, that means she ain't ready to deal with stuff. That means or I dealt with it and I said what I said, and that is what it is, and I'm done. Or it could mean I'm not ready to deal with this right now, and maybe that's why he's not on the show with her and not traveling with her. You see, that just came to my mind intuitively reading, but I definitely see some deception or lying or something is taking place in her marriage, and whatever it is, Nikki ain't dealing with it. But she's going to have to, because there is a Tower moment. There was a Tower moment, or a Tower moment is coming.
Okay. And then I see, as I said, some secret letters happening, or this could represent some type of...
I'm going to say that's her marriage certificate. Right. Because it's got a seal.
Right. A legal document. That's
right.
What it's
a legal
called.
Document.
Right. Because it has that seal.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that is a great segue into your next question of, are they going to dissolve these?
Are they going to dissolve? Are they going to hang in there?
Mm-hmm.
I see the Death card. I see the Moon, but I see Taurus. I see the Moon, and I see Taurus.
The Moon's really good.
And Taurus. Remember, Taurus is very giving, because Taurus is a feminine. Mm-hmm. So it's very nurturing and it's very giving. So that's why when you see Pentacles, they're always giving. Either they're giving or sharing or hoarding. Yeah, here, this is someone that is really giving and like giving.
Maybe trying all they could.
She's trying. She's trying. Here he is. I think that their past comes up and haunt them. I think that whatever they deal with, I think it comes from the past. I think that his past life affects them. And I think they probably keep it, but it's so much she could deal with. And I think coming home, whatever they're going through, but I do feel as though she wanted to go home. And I do feel that there is a mending or some kind of healing. But when it comes down to their marriage, whatever she say, like I said, I only recall they got trouble in their marriage. 100%. Okay. What do you have? We both can't pick the same thing.
Let's see.
Two different decks of cards.
All right. Well, the Well showed up for their first card in their marriage.
Do you get that?
Runs deep.
That means they got some serious issues that they need to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
That they really need to deal with. Because I got the Tower, and this very seldom happen. I have the Tower, and I have NICKI in the middle, and I have the Devil and Death. So their marriage could be on the rocks, even though she's very private, and NICKI only going to deal with so much.
Right. Some cards I had pulled out, I said it ran deep, and then I pulled out the Time card, which means in time we'll see if their marriage has the
legs to keep on making it.
Yes, and I'm not really sure, because either it's going to whip them or they're going to find some type of healing and maybe heal those past.
Let's see. I don't know. He's looking out. I don't know. It looks like he could be on the blink of leaving. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I see Judgment. And when I see Judgment, I always could see that red cross sign. And that could be maybe a loss of direction. It could also mean to me a healing that could take place. And it could also mean a change of heart. A change of mind. It could also mean that this is a judgment. So this is some kind of resurrection moment where you think all is lost. Maybe he thinks she's over, or maybe, but maybe judgment may prevail, and maybe it's a struggle, but maybe they want to hang in there a little bit longer. She comes home to the struggle, right? She left a burden. She comes home to a burden, but it's a healing. And I'm thinking that sometimes they're willing to keep fighting for it.
Okay.
I don't see that it's over, but I do see that he's at the door looking out, or at a window looking out at his future, looking out, what would life be without Nikki? This is all I say is allegedly. I'm just reading cards, but I definitely see mercy, and I see that because she loves him, but it's something from the past that keeps coming up that's hurting him, and it's a struggle, and it's a fight in their marriage when it comes up. So I definitely see that. Maybe I want to draw another card, but I'm anxious to see what baby Crone says.
Okay, let's.
I'm going to ride 3 more cards on this, and then I'm done. Okay.
Let's see if they will be able to heal their past. First, we have the public side. So that maybe could
they very private to the public right now about what's going on in there. But you know what? She was like that with Shafari too, and with Meek Mills. She never even said why, but I heard later on she knew Meek Mills was bi.
Oh.
That's why they didn't make it. That's what I heard. But
well, first we had the public's eye come out, which could symbolize maybe him having to be on like the public offenders list and giving out an address, even though she could buy another house and live completely separate. So that way her address isn't exposed to the world. But at the same time, that could be a problem for her because that's something in the past, even though she married him. So you knew what he was about. And then we have the Lovers card. So maybe that means maybe they want to, like you said, try to keep up some type of facade.
Or maybe they want to work it out. Maybe sometimes when you've been in together and they got a child together, it's not easy. Sometimes you just want to try.
Okay.
Because let me go another way. Do she love him? The World card shows up.
The Wheel of Fortune.
I'm sorry, the Wheel of Fortune. So sometimes she do, sometimes she doesn't. It's like how I feel on this day. What's going on? What do you like? Are you getting on my nerves? It's based on that. Do he love her? Yes.
He wanted to start a family.
He want a family. This is like a legacy card. This is like somebody who wants to love you, his life. She made his life better financially. She gave him a life. He don't want to let that life go.
No.
And can you imagine? Maybe he's feeling like I'm willing to do anything to save my marriage. I'm lost without you, you know? Who knows? And when you hear that, she married this man. She have a baby. And maybe they may have another baby. Yeah. I don't know. But I definitely I get the feeling that her problem is she feels like I got to do all this by myself.
Okay.
Like I'm working and I'm bringing in the money. And even though she's not hurting, it's like, I got to work. I feel that weight of, I got to carry everything. I got to work. I got to do this. And he's like, what can I do? You know, I'm here for you. I'm there. I'm doing this, da, 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 da. But I just feel like the weight of work, the weight of being the money bag, the weight of her whole marriage, it seems like it's heavy. It's heavy. And if he comes off or do something, it's like, it could be like that. All at the same time, when this thing happened, she just wanted to come home. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, am I right? Is there hope for their marriage? Yes, it is hope. Not that it's going to be easy, because she went home to her family, her husband and her man and her family. She went home. Even though it's calm on one side, the card showing, on the other side is still turbulence. Right. But she wanted to go home to her baby boy, and she probably needed the strength of her husband. But they're going through something at this time, and whatever it is, it has to deal with a past. It's like a hiccup that keeps coming in their marriage. And NICKI apparently can be very, very demanding and very, very withdrawn.
Okay.
When she don't want no bother, she can make you feel yucky.
Got you.
What do you have?
Okay, let's see.
I went too far, but I had to finish out that reading. I had to.
Okay. Let's see if NICKI. Okay, well, for NICKI, I like the Wheel of Fortune.
Mm-hmm. That goes back to Judgment when you see that card, that crossroad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to do it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It goes back to NICKI feeling with the Wheel of Fortune about sometimes she's not sure if she maybe wants to continue this, so it's like a day-by-day basis for her.
But their marriage is not a bed of roses. Not now. Not now.
And you literally can't make this up. This is how he feels about NICKI. He feels about that family, that home unit, and she completes him in that sense.
Yeah, he doesn't want. I don't even know if she wants to end her marriage as much as the pressure of having to be the money bag. All of it, all of it, and she could probably be emasculating. You know what I mean? It's just the pressure. You know what I mean? It's the pressure. And I think that she probably I think he could deal with her when she goes off on the deep end. Okay. And the things she may say, it's like he probably have a tough skin. Or if not, that's where the Tower came. Maybe like, I'm sick of it, I don't need this abuse. But all at the same time, when he get close to walking out that door, I see he be like, wait a minute, I want my family. I don't want to go. Don't let me go. I just feel as though it's a feeling like that. And that's his home. That's a home card. That's a home card. It's legacy. I don't think he wants to ruin it. This is everything to this man. NICKI is his world. This is how am I wrong about it? No. He counts on her. He leans on her. And he probably put some money to the side too. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
But he leans on her.
Okay,
but at this point, I don't see nowhere where it is a breakup now. What do you see?
I guess I will pull a card to see if NICKI is stressed being a majority money provider.
I would say yes, she is stressed. Oh, yes. And the card of money came in. Yes, she is stressed. She's stressed about the money,
She's that bear that can go get that money and bring it home and bring it back to her family.
Mm-hmm. And if she's out there doing shows, she's doing the shows because she needs the money. And last, is this marriage over? It's up to NICKI. She's the high priestess. She holds the key. But I can assure you it's not her husband.
Yeah, I have the compass.
Yeah, it's up to her.
Yeah,
it's up to her. It's
maybe
up
she's
to
off
her.
Path off track at the moment. Maybe
off
too
track.
Much stress,
or maybe he's just too much.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe he's good for some things and not good for others.
I mean, fire on fire is fiery.
He's a fire sign.
Yes, he's an Aries. She's a Sagittarius.
They wear each other out, but they're compatible.
Yeah,
supposedly. But I am not compatible with an Aries.
No, they stir me up too much.
And no.
But me feel anxious.
Yeah, absolutely. Do they really?
Yes, they do. They just too much energy. I'm like, calm down.
I'm too much for you. That's what you're trying to say. You're trying to tell me calm down.
No.
For me,
Aries. That's how.
Aries. Yeah. Aries are like too aggressive for me. They could be the life of the party, but they too aggressive. And I don't like being like. No, they just a little too aggressive for me. The male, I don't like them, but I can get along with the female as long as they're not aggressive.
Yes.
I don't like aggressive personalities. I'm finding the older I get, if they just make me feel shaky on side. That's what I feel about Leos. Anything strong and fiery to me, they be having my heart palpitating.
I think the Sagittariuses are like the coolest of the fire signs.
And it's not like I can't pop.
We can.
But I don't want to, because when I pop,
we got that restraint.
I pop. I got I'm like NICKI, where that strength card? If I didn't have that inner strength, where that inner peace come from, whoo, child, where would I be?
Yes.
So I mean, that is the negative thing about being a Sagittarius.
Well, a fire sign.
A fire sign, But to be able to find a balance and to hold it together, or to even sometimes just to say, I can't right now. She knows that about herself, and she could be very level-headed. And the one thing that I'm also picking up on her, she know how to deal with men.
Okay.
She knows how to deal with men. I get a sense that she's been around men. I don't know her, but I think she's just been around men and she understands their desires, their thoughts. She just understands men. That's what I get. Well, with that being said, did you like it? Is there anything you want to add, take away?
That was a very good reading on Nicki Minaj and her mental and her marriage.
And her marriage. Her marriage is in her marriage in trouble, honey.
Yes, and I don't think this Netherlands incident was the de-stressor she needed.
Right. I think that's why I said she counted on it. But I do see that it's a burden there. It was a burden at home. But I think Nicki is in control.
Yeah.
Not no king, no queen showed up. None.
You're right.
But the high priestess.
Not even a king. There is no royalty.
There is no royalty here. So this lets me know that it doesn't necessarily have to say it's a queen because you already know who the queen is. It's no competition.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There is nobody in her house that can measure up to her. Is what I'm understanding. If that makes sense.
Yes, I like that.
It's that what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
His being depends on her, if you ask me.
Yes.
But with that being said, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this reading on Nicki Minaj. It was really good. Everything I said is allegedly. I just read the cards, folks.
Yes.
I just read the cards.
I would just quickly like to say that if you guys have made it this long to the end of the video, please give us a like, subscribe, share the video, make a comment, and lastly, we'll be going live in a week on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to change the date.
Yes, Friday, May 31st, 7 p.m. Hope to see you guys there.
And the reason why we just felt like maybe Saturday is a bad time, so we're going to go Friday. So let's see how it works on a Friday. And I know people go out and it's summer and I know people are going to be doing anything, but we can do this wherever we go. Right? So with that being said, we good?
Yes, we are.
Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe, thumb us up, hang in there for at least 10 seconds. 10, right? Just so the algorithm can pick us up. Mm-hmm. You know? So with that being said, we thank you for joining us again and we're getting ready to go. And we'll see you soon. We're going to do a reading on Kanye.
Yes.
Here we go. Sunflowers.